everyone! In case of this is the first time you know me, let me break the ice by introducing a little bit about myself. My name is Nguyễn Hoàng Bảo Trân, and my student ID is BABARU19102 and I come from School of Business. This video is going to be not so long, just about 10 minutes. If you have any question, there's a comment section below so that you can leave your opinion there. If you're too shy to talk in public, there's my personal email and my phone number for you in the last slide in the PowerPoint. You can contact me. I'll try my best to answer, so don't hesitate to ask. And the topic for the video today is Open Table. Your reservation is waiting. In Chapter 9 on page 646 e-commerce textbook. Before we jump right into the topic, I would like to introduce you the table of contents so that you guys won't be confused during my speech. Firstly, I will summarize the case study so that everyone can keep track on what I'm talking about, and then I will move on to answer 4 case study questions. Now, let's get started. Firstly, to get to know this company, I will provide you with some information as a summary. Well, I bet that all of you have at least once booked tickets online, including flight tickets, cinema tickets, and so on. If so, you might be quite familiar with the operation mode of the online restaurant reservation service company in my video today, Open Table. Open Table is a service company founded by Chuck Templeton on 2nd July 1998 and based in San Francisco, California, United States. In 1998, the website began operations offering reservations at a limited selection of restaurants in San Francisco. After some marketing strategy that didn't work out, Open Table hardened its marketing efforts and narrowed its focus to 4 cities: Chicago, New York, San Francisco, and Washington, D.C. Then, the 4 markets Open Table targeted initially developed into active local networks of restaurants and diners that continue to grow. Open Table has implemented the same strategy across the country and now includes approximately 43,000 Open Table restaurant customers. And then, in less than 20 years, Open Table has gone from a startup to a successful company that fights for over 2/3 of the nation's reservation-taking restaurants as clients. Today, besides 43,000 restaurants in the United States, there are more than 20 other countries from all over the world using this system, which makes it become the most popular platform for making restaurant reservations online. On June 14, 2014, the company announced it has agreed to terms with the Brightline Group, now Booking Holdings Incorporated, to be acquired in an all-cash deal for $2.6 billion. At the beginning, the founders of Open Table realized that reserving by phone is time-consuming, inefficient, and prone to errors. For diners to use an online reservation system, they would need the real-time access to a number of local restaurants and the ability to instantly book confirmed reservation system around the clock. For that reason, Open Table is a service-based or software as service or SaaS e-commerce company, which means that customers get the software functionality through the subscriptions and use immediately, right after the customer's access. The website and app will connect directly to thousands of computerized reservation systems at Open Table restaurants. Reservations are immediately recorded in a restaurant's electronic reservation book. The Open Table Electronic Reservation Book (ERB) software provides a real-time map of the restaurant floor and enables the restaurant to retain meals portions of all parties, serving as a customer relationship management system for restaurants. For more specific, I'm gonna go into details. For end users, The online reservation service is free for diners. The OpenTable website, mobile site, and mobile app provide a fast, efficient way for diners to find available tables in real time and old time 24/7. Guest Center is a cloud-based version of the electronic reservation book that runs on iPad, iPhones, Apple Watch, and the web. In 2015, OpenTable launched a version of its app for Apple Watch that reminds diners of their reservation, provide direction, and show countdown, and its first payment feature that allows users to pay for meals completely within the OpenTable app on the iPhone and Android. For restaurants, OpenTable is the leading supplier for reservation, table management, and guest management software. Restaurants pay one-time fee for on-site installation and training, a monthly subscription fee for software and hardware, and a transaction fee for each restaurant guest seated through online reservations. The ERB and the restaurant connect via internet to form an online network of restaurant reservation books instead of the paper things. This system automates the reservation taking and table management process while allowing restaurants to build the diners' databases for improved guest recognition and targeted email marketing. Restaurant owners reported that they and their staff members find the software really easy to use and it helped them to manage the business better. Specifically, it streamlines operations, help fill additional seats, and provide quality of service, providing a concrete return on investment. This had led to both high customer satisfaction and high retention rates. By creating an online network for restaurants and diners that transact with each other through real-time reservation, OpenTable has figured out how to successfully address the needs of the restaurants and diners. It has created an online Alexa skill that provides diners the ability to make reservations using Alexa-enabled devices, such as Echo, Amazon Fire TV, and Amazon Tab. In 2016, the company rolled out a feature in its iOS app that allows groups of diners to vote on restaurants. A discovery option included popularity, location, new arrivals, and other improvements on its app included better integration with Apple Maps and Apple Pay. In late 2016, OpenTable consolidated multiple apps for different countries into a single multi-language global app covering all of the restaurants in its network, enabling diners to search, discover, and make reservations around the globe in their language, and providing increased exposure for its restaurant clients. That was the end of the summary part. Now, we're going to move on to answer the 4 questions. The first question: what characteristics of the restaurant market made it difficult for a reservation system to work? The restaurant industry was slow to leverage the power of the internet. This was in part because the industry was and continued to be highly fragmented and local. It made up of more than 30,000 small independent businesses or local restaurant-owning groups. The majority of the restaurants are local, not so big like the restaurant chain. They have their own reservation system. When OpenTable was founded, most restaurants didn't have the computers, let alone systems that would allow online reservations made through a central website. And moreover, in order to make the system work, reach and scale was very important. For diners to use an online reservation system, they would need a real-time access to a number of local restaurants and the ability to instantly book confirmed reservations around the clock. If customers were planning a trip to another country, OpenTable would need participating restaurants in those countries. Now is the second question. How did OpenTable change its marketing strategy to succeed? Well, OpenTable initial strategy was to pay online restaurant reviewers for links to its website and target national chains in order to quickly expand its reach. This got the company into 50 cities, but it was spending $1 million a month and bringing in only $100,000 in revenue. Not exactly a formula to success. OpenTable halted its marketing efforts and narrowed its focus to 4 cities: Chicago, New York, San Francisco, and Washington, D.C. After gaining a huge amount of revenue, OpenTable has implemented the same strategy across the country and now includes approximately 43,000 OpenTable restaurant customers. Moreover, the company remodeled its hardware and software to create an easy-to-use ERP system and deployed a sales force to attract subscriptions of restaurants of a higher level. Also, OpenTable developed programs to publicize the service through the electronic invitations, certify customers, and social network. The company was able to grow its customer base. This gives the company ongoing traction to succeed, which is a much stronger marketing strategy than relying on online restaurant reviewers. The fourth question: why would restaurants find the SaaS model very attractive? Well, OpenTable is a service-based company. In other words, customers don't buy the software and install it on their computers, but instead get the software functionality through subscriptions. OpenTable is also an online service that does not sell goods, but instead enable diners to make reservations like a social networking site, but for providing services. In addition, the SaaS model can add efficiency and cost saving for both the vendor and customer. Customers can save time and money since they do not have to install and maintain the programs. The customer do not have to hire staff to maintain the software. They also generally don't have to buy any additional hardware. One hardware per restaurant is sufficient. And in case of it required more storage or additional services, they still don't need to install anything more because everything is on the cloud. The service is ready to function when the restaurant pays the monthly subscription, and there's also no need of setup cost. This allows the customer to focus more the resources on growing the business. The fourth question: what challenges does OpenTable face? While OpenTable is the biggest, most successful online player in the restaurant reservation market, it does have both challenges and competitors. Firstly, the web-based problem is really considerable. There can be a lot of viruses and technical errors that can lead to the system interruptions. In other words, the online security is always a threat to anybody. Customers' information can be stolen and sold for one's own profit, which can lower the reputation of the company right away. Moreover, some restaurants have complained about the OpenTable's pricing. Restaurants pay $1 for each diner that makes the reservations on OpenTable, plus a $295 a month subscription fee. Some restaurants also have concerns about the disintermediation and the fact that OpenTable inserts itself in the middle of the relationship with the customer. A number of competitors have sprung up and hope to take advantage of these issues. Currently, are a few companies that offer the same service as the OpenTable but cheaper than OpenTable. For example, Reserve, a startup with significant venture capital backing, has undercut OpenTable on price, which is about $99 subscription fee, and also allows restaurants to see what type of restaurant potential customers are searching for, enabling them to open up reservations they may have been holding back. Or Resy, used by about 1,000 restaurants in 80 cities in the United States, has also so far suited for more than 25 million diners and has won over some high-end restaurants by allowing restaurants to ask for a credit card to reserve, which helped to reduce the number of no-shows. And finally, Yelp. It's perhaps the biggest potential threat to OpenTable's dominance. In 2015, Yelp terminated a partnership with OpenTable and had allowed Yelp users to book reservations through OpenTable, and instead began to leverage its customer recommendation platform to provide reservation service itself. Yelp charges $249 a month, which allows restaurants to place a reservations option at the top of the restaurant's page on the Yelp website and app. Currently, more than 4,000 restaurants use the service, and Yelp is increasing its investment in this space, purchasing No Wait, an app that allows diners to put their names on restaurants' waiting lists in 2017. Obviously, the market is very competitive and attracts more and more competitors into the field due to the unpredictable increase of internet demand nowadays. That's the end of my video. Here are my references. And thank you for listening to me. Once again, if you have any question, please contact me via the comment section or my email or even my phone number. Goodbye.